Inside Gaming is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Did you know Netflix has different shows depending on where you are in the world? Go to expressvpn.com/inside to watch them all. Welcome to Inside Gaming. I'm Brian. It is the weekend roundup. Now, both next-gen consoles are here, and you know what that means. Time for a console battle. Oh yeah, which one runs which game the best? It's the best time of the year. All right, so let's get it kicked off. The YouTube channel NX Gamer did the first really side-by-side comparison that I've seen, and they did, of course, Assassin's Creed Valhalla side-by-side with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. Perfect title to compare a multi-plat open-world game. Both consoles can play it. So who did they give the edge to? Surprisingly, the PS5. And I say surprisingly because it's pretty well known at this point that the Series X is the slightly more powerful system. We should note that the performance pretty darn close between the two. Both systems ran it at 60 FPS with a dynamic 4K resolution. They noted that both consoles don't manage to reach the 4K resolution target of 2160p. Instead, they average around 1800p and below. Now, they also did point out that both consoles kept it at 60 frames per second for most of the time, but NX Gamer gave the edge to the PS5 thanks to slightly faster loading times. They clocked it at one point as being 12% faster than the Series X during one transition. And then after your character dies and respawns, the PS5 loaded you back up at about 5% faster than the Series X. Honestly though, we're talking about a 1 second difference in load times though, nothing earth-shattering, but still, we like to know who's just a little bit faster. That small difference in performance was confirmed by Digital Foundry's John Linneman, who was asked about the video. He responded that yes, this is true that the PS5 outperformed the Series X. So there you go. Round one goes to the PS5, but of course there are many, many more to go. And if you're wondering how the Xbox Series S did running Valhalla, it did not hit 60 frames per second, instead ran at 30 FPS on a 1440p resolution. Speaking of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it appears to be doing very well in the sales department. Ubisoft didn't give exact numbers, but they said in a press release the game did twice the number of active players on launch day compared to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot said, "We are humbled by the reception from the players and extremely proud of what our teams have accomplished with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which builds on the amazing success of its predecessors." All right, we'll get to the rest of the stories in just a second, but first, guys, let's talk about HBO Max. Now, it's been a crazy 2020, and in true fashion, the holidays are going to look a little bit different this year. That's why we partnered with HBO Max to keep the spirit of togetherness alive with their library of feel-good films for the holiday season. Are you staying put for the holidays with your quarantine crew? HBO Max has the bingeable series for you. Are you at home with your overbearing family? Yeah, HBO has that movie to get lost in. Just forget about everybody nagging you. Are you doing the holidays by yourself? No problem. They got stuff you will want to discuss with your friends and family virtually. No matter what mood you're in this holiday season, HBO Max has something for you. They got so many classic films. A Holiday Affair, A Christmas Carol, come on. Personally, I'm going to watch Last Christmas, The Family Stone, and of course, I'm going to watch Succession again. I loved it so much. I got to do it again. All of which you can find on HBO via HBO Max. Go to hbom.ax/Inside Gaming Roundup. Get cozy at home. All right, thank you to HBO Max. Now, let's talk about the other stories. Speaking of next-gen consoles, if you pre-ordered your Xbox Series X on Amazon, you might have a little bit of a wait. Some people who pre-ordered got a very sad email from Amazon saying, "We expect to ship your console in the coming weeks as we receive more inventory in November and December. At this time, we anticipate you will receive your Xbox Series X by December 31st or before." December 31st, that's way after Christmas, Amazon. Jeez. Amazon added, "We are making every effort to get it to you as soon as possible and apologize for any inconvenience." We see this a lot around new console launches. There's a mad rush at the beginning and supplies are short. Xbox boss Phil Spencer said they had a great launch. He said that Tuesday was the largest launch in Xbox history. He said that in 24 hours, they saw more new consoles sold in more countries than ever before. He also said they're working with retailers to resupply as quickly as possible. Speaking of Big Phil, he recently talked to GameSpot about the upcoming Elden Ring. It's made, of course, by the Dark Souls creator Hidetaka Miyazaki. Big Phil told GameSpot that he has played quite a bit of Elden Ring. He sounds pretty stoked about it. He said, "I can't tell you much other than, as someone who's played all of Miyazaki's games over at least the last decade, this is clearly the most ambitious game that he's done." Is he trying to set us up for a delay here? That's what it sounds like a little bit. Phil added that seeing some of the gameplay mechanic stuff that he's tackling, that he and the team are tackling at this time of the setting, working with another creator in terms of the story, I love it. We don't know a ton about the game so far. There was that 2-minute teaser at E3. We know it's an open world, it's Souls-like, and of course, with the writing assist from George R.R. Martin, that's who the other creator is, because it's not like he has anything else to be working on these days. Good news on the Spider-Man front. Insomniac Games reversed course and said that in an upcoming update for the PS4 version of Marvel Spider-Man, you will be able to export your save to Marvel Spider-Man Remastered. Yeah! A lot of people have wanted that because a lot of us, myself included, have sunk many hours into the original game. Insomniac also said that the update will add the 3 new suits from Spider-Man Remastered into the PS4 game. The update should come around Thanksgiving. Now, it's no secret that Persona 4 Golden was a big hit on Steam. Now Sega says they'll release more of developer Atlus's back catalog as a result. That's awesome. After its Steam release on June 13th, Persona 4 Golden hit over 500,000 players as of a month after that. That far exceeded Sega's expectations. They told investors they're going to be a lot more proactive about putting out more Atlus games on Steam. They also said they want to release more ports, remasters, and remakes from their catalog of Atlus games to various platforms. They've said this before. We've heard this before, but it's still good that they're re-emphasizing it. All right, time for a 5-second review. I wish I knew more of my history so I could be like, yeah, my ancestors were Vikings, but nope, just plain old white dude. All right, let's talk about the games coming out next week. First up, 5 Dates is an interactive rom-com about the unpredictable world of digital dating. That's right, you might get killed. That's how it was back in the 90s, guys. With 5 potential female matches, Vinny explores whether compatibility, chemistry, and connection is still possible in a world where physical touch is no longer an option. Well, it's an option, but maybe not on a date, maybe just by yourself. It comes to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch November 17th. Mars Horizon. Lead a major space agency as you guide humanity to Mars in the strategy sim game. Construct a base, design, build rockets, conduct missions throughout the solar system, and write your own history of space exploration. Created with support from the European Space Agency. I had no idea that existed. What have y'all done lately, European Space Agency? It comes to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch November 17th, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, the definitive Mortal Kombat 11 experience. Take control of Earthrealm's protectors in the game's 2 critically acclaimed time-bending story campaigns as they race to stop Chronica from rewinding time and rebooting history. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate features the complete, with a K, 37-character roster, including new additions, Rain, Melina, and Rambo. Hell yeah, John Rambo. It comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Stadia November 17th. Man, there are a lot of consoles these days. PacMan Mega Tunnel Battle. Prove your mettle in the world's biggest multiplayer PacMan experience. Play in 64-player matches and show everyone who's the leader of the pack. Get it? Invade other players' mazes, eat their dots and power-ups, even other players, and dominate the ranks. But watch out, viewers can vote on power-ups that can cause you or your opponents to stumble on the field and be eliminated from battle. It comes to Stadia November 17th, so good luck finding a 64-player match. I'm just saying, it might be like a 3-player match. Poker Club. Welcome to the most immersive poker simulation ever made. Live the life of a poker pro in a global poker tour. Then join a club. Make a name for yourself in 200-player online tournaments. It comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, November 19th. And if you didn't get a PS5 yet in your area, it releases in the rest of the world November 19th. So there you go. Katamari Damacy Reroll. The stop at nothing pushing prince is back and ready to re-roll. When the king of all cosmos accidentally destroys all the stars in the sky, he orders you, his pint-sized princely son, to put the twinkle back in the heavens above. Join the king and prince of cosmos on their wacky adventure to restore the stars at home or on the go, now in full full HD. It comes to PS4 and Xbox One November 20th. The Skylia Prophecy is a story-driven action RPG set in a medieval fantasy world. Marina is an 18-year-old girl on a quest for redemption. After unleashing an evil power when she was a teenager, she is now on her way to Tirken Fortress to perform an ancient spell that should help her vanquish the very evil she unleashed 3 years ago. It comes to the Switch November 20th. And finally, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. See Hyrule 100 years before The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and experience the events of the Great Calamity. Join the struggle that brought Hyrule to its knees. Learn more about Zelda, the Four Champions, the King of Hyrule, and more through dramatic cutscenes as they try to save the kingdom from the Calamity. It sounds like they weren't successful based on Breath of the Wild, but whatever. The Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity game is the only way to see firsthand what happened 100 years ago. That sounds cool. It comes to the Switch November 20th. That's all the news I got for you this week, guys. Hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Monday. Let's clap it up for the Xbox Series X. It's almost here. Lots of people were posting screenshots of their orders getting shipped, and some have even gotten theirs early. Oh, the bastards.
They can play Game Pass early. Love it.
I mean, so can we. Just subscribe to it.
That was